What up? And welcome back to another episode of GKB, baby. My, oh my, what a crazy world we live in. We got some insane stories for you on this episode, as well as a pretty wild taste test at the end. But let's start off with what is, to me, an incredibly inspiring story. So this just hit the news the other day. A quadruple amputee named Dayton Weber is accused of shooting and murdering a man in his truck and dumping the body out. Wow. This guy probably thought, and people probably told this guy, as a quadruple amputee from when he was a baby. You know, he got no arms, no legs, he's, stumping around. And people probably told him, and he probably thought to himself, you know what? I'll never be able to kill somebody. And what Dayton Weber just did is he just proved everybody wrong. He silenced all the doubters, especially one. I mean, this guy was also a professional cornhole champion. You know, that's the thing where you throw the beanbag. So he was throwing the beanbag around with stumps for arms. I mean, that's whatever. But the fact that this guy was driving his own car and was able to then also shoot a man in this car, dump the body out as a quadriplegic is truly and utterly inspiring. And it makes me think, wow, being a disabled person myself, having disabilities and thinking to myself, I can't do this, I can't do that. Now I can think of Dayton Weber, who somehow was able to murder a man without hands, without feet. This is truly an instance that if you really want something, anything is possible. You can make it happen. This person is now dead at the stumps of Dayton Weber, allegedly, because of the grit, because of the perseverance, because of the tenacity, and maybe a little bit of belief in magic. Wow. I mean, it is terrible. Don't get me wrong. It is terrible that this person is dead at the stumps of this man. But still, truly, I must admit, it is inspiring. What's going to be crazy is if Dayton Weber is found guilty of this, he is going to be, I would assume, very popular in prison. And a lot of people in the comments were saying that, they're going to treat him like a fleshlight. They're going to pass him around like a bop it. You remember the bop it? Lick it, suck it, fuck it, twist it. I've been wanting to bop it for a long time. I remember those. I love those. But yes, this guy is probably going to be hot potatoed around. The Aryan Nation's going to be hot potatoing the guy around. So probably not the best choice. But, as I said, a truly inspirational figure in the disabled community, nonetheless. The other day, 5 packages of Barbies were found with fentanyl taped inside of them in Missouri. Unbelievable. Fentanyl has been making its rounds all over the place. It's been here, it's been there, it's all over my neighborhood and probably yours, and now it has been found in 5 different Barbie packaging. They ended up finding it in 1, and then they tracked down the other 4. So all of the Fenty Barbies have been retrieved. Everybody's safe, everybody's sound. But this got me thinking, is this really a bad thing? I mean, it is bad. It is bad that real fentanyl was in the Barbies. Don't get me wrong. That is bad. You don't want any children finding the Fenty. But it got me thinking. Barbie is all about inclusion now. You have the blind Barbie. You have the Down syndrome Barbie. You have the autistic Barbie with the headphones and the chicken fingers and all that stuff, right? And I think it's beautiful. I think it's wonderful because Barbie is historically, supposed to represent the women, represent different Barbies. You got lawyer Barbie. You got officer Barbie. You got all types of Barbies. With that being said, why has there not been a fentanyl Barbie? As I said, fentanyl is very popular. Fentanyl doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And let's be honest, okay? Not all of you are going to be a doctor. Not all of you are going to be a lawyer. Not even all of you are going to be a janitor. A lot of you are going to turn out to be fentanyl addicts. And listen, I'm not exempt from that. I might turn around and become a fentanyl addict. Who the hell knows? You know, shit can change, right? They should be represented. All colors and creeds and lifestyles should be represented in Barbie. I mean, that's how they set it up, right? So why not have a fentanyl Barbie? We need a fentanyl queen Barbie. I see fentanyl Barbies walking all over my neighborhood. They'd love it. I'd be first in line to get a couple Fenty Barbies. I'd pass them around because I think it shows inclusion. This is how you really see if these companies are all about the inclusion and the representation that they're spouting, the representation that they've been wanting to portray all this time. Now you got to put your money where your mouth is, and you got to represent the Fenty queens. You got to represent the Fenty Barbies. Have a couple, packets of Fent, not real, in the Barbie packaging. Have Barbie doing the Fenty lean. Her hair's all fucked up. Just model it after all of the fentanyl queens that already exist. This is what representation is all about. This is what we need. This is going to be, I think, a smash success once it's out, and then it will open up the floodgates for all types of representation. You got the new Kratom drug. Everybody's all about the Kratom. If you haven't seen, I think they banned it in one of the states. Kratom is all over the place right now. It's essentially gas station heroin, and people are drinking it. People are popping pills with it. Very popular. People are getting Kratomed out. We need the Kratom Barbie. We need the old school crack Barbie, okay? It is time to really represent. We have an absolutely grotesque, horrific, and horrifying story, okay? There is a woman, I forgot what state this was in, but a woman hired a hitman to eliminate her 3-year-old son. There is so much to unpack here, so much to dissect here. Number one, obviously, this is a horrendous story, and it's like, you can't just give the baby away. I mean, it has to come to eliminating it off the planet. You couldn't just give the baby to the state. You had to wipe it off the face of the earth. And then listen to this, right? So this dumb bitch ends up getting caught because she goes on some website, which is obviously a trap website, called hireahitman.com. That's like me going on my computer right now and trying to type in buyfentanyl.com or buydrugs or buyguns.com and thinking the FBI isn't behind it, getting ready to slap the cuffs on my ass. What a dumbass. So that was the other thing. She does something stupid like that, which thank God, right? Thank God she was stupid enough to do something like that so that she can be reported to the proper authorities, right? And then the other thing I was thinking about is like, you hire a hitman for that, apparently, right? So to me, I don't know how the hitman's gonna get that job done, because to me, like, a 3-year-old is one of the most protected people on the planet, pretty much, right? Because they're either like in daycare or they're in their house. When I think of a hitman and what a hitman probably does, they're probably scoping out their target, and they kind of, I'm assuming, hit their target either between, in the kind of the in-between of work and home, whether the person maybe goes out to the bar or does something out and about. That's when the hitman usually takes him out, right? Where the hell are you going to execute a hit on a 3-year-old? During nap time? You're going to walk around the daycare and do it during nap time? Bang? Like, how would a hitman even accomplish a hit on a 3-year-old? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even think a hitman could do the job, probably. The other thing is, like, you felt like you needed a hitman for that? Like, I know what I'm going to say is going to sound grim, right? But you felt like you needed a hitman to do probably like the easiest job, the easiest hit of all time? I mean, like, how can you not figure that one out? And again, thank God she's dumb enough to not even be able to figure out how to do that, right? Thank the Lord, because this child is now safe and sound. But the child was released to the custody of the grandmother, which to me is a little too close. Don't you think? It's a little too close in proximity to the deranged psychopath freak bitch mother. Who, by the way, this is probably actually the craziest part of the story, is the mother is serving no prison time at all. She's on house arrest for 2 years and on probation for a bunch of years after that. But she's essentially walking away scot-free after trying to eliminate her child. And now the child is in the custody of the grandmother. What the fuck? Like, I would love to know what the judge was thinking when they made the verdict. Like, on what planet should this woman be walking free? I mean, if you take a look at her, the woman's face is all fucked up. She looks like she had a stroke. She probably has some kind of mental deficiency, mental difficulty, and she probably needs to be put away in some type of facility, okay? Whether you want to have mercy on her or not because she's retarded, put her away. She needs to be put away somewhere in a corner, highly medicated, on that lithium, not able to hurt anybody. But instead, no, she is on the streets, and the child that had the hit taken out on them is in pretty close proximity because it's with the grandmother. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. What world are we living in where any of this is okay? Unfucking fathomable, unfucking believable. Thank God the child is alright. Thank God the mother's retarded. But shame on all involved in this situation. You know what else is crazy? Get into the taste test right now. A while ago, during the whole P. Diddy scandal and during the whole P. Diddy trial, one piece of information stuck out most to me and probably a lot of people that were tuned in to the P. Diddy trial. And apparently it came out that P. Diddy enjoys his burgers with apple sauce on top of them. Wow. I have been looking for a new crazy, wacky food combo, and I finally found it. Now, I've been dying to try this for a while now. Like I said, I found this out during the P. Diddy trial, but I haven't had a chance to try it until right now. But this is absolutely fascinating because I want to know how this burger is prepared. I want to know exactly, because this is pretty much left to my imagination because I didn't see any details. Is there cheese on the burger? What kind of bun is Diddy using? I know Diddy likes a wide variety of buns, I'm sure, with baby oil on top of them. So I want to know what specific buns Diddy wants between the meat of the burger. I'd love to know. We didn't get any of those details, so I'm left to my own devices, left to my own imagination on this one. But this is completely fascinating, and we're about to find out how it tastes. There we go. A burger the Diddy way. A burger with applesauce. I don't know if I like this. I don't think I like this. I thought I would enjoy this, but I don't think I am. Honestly, the first thought that comes to my mind is this is maybe like what vomit might taste like. This is definitely not as heinous as you would imagine, but it's definitely not good. It's freaking me out. Just the taste of the applesauce and the burger does not mix well. They're conflicting. They're freaking me out. Yeah, these flavors are not just melding together well. They're just like combating in your mouth. It is not a really pleasant experience. Nothing I want again. I cannot imagine how this is somebody's favorite. Well, you know, it is Diddy, so whatever. But I can't imagine how somebody would really fuck with this. I don't want this again. I thought maybe heating up the applesauce would make it a little better. I thought it would be like a sweet, savory combo. I expected to like this more than I do. I thought this was gonna be like a cool, sweet, savory surprise combination because sometimes things can surprise you. This This did not surprise me. I don't want to continue eating this. I do not want to continue eating this. I want to make one of my regular burgers with some barbecue sauce. Yeah, no, we're done with this. We're done with this. So there you go. Let me know if you have ever had a burger the Diddy way. Let me know if you liked it, you hated it. Let me know if you have another weird combo you want to see me try. And there you go. Peace and love. See you next time.